everybody, and welcome to the Quadcopter Review. I'm your host, Pepe Prawns, and as always, I'm going to ask you to like this video, leave a comment if you want, and subscribe to the channel. Up here at the top, you're going to see a link to the latest giveaways going on here at the channel, and any other videos that relate to this video. So, what I've got for you guys today is the Runcam box camera that is the Runcam 5, and this little camera here is very similar to your GoPro Sessions 4 and 5, but it is made by Runcam. So, in the box you're going to get the manual, 2 Velcro straps, a USB connector to charge and download your files. We got the little camera itself, and this little camera here is, like I said, very similar to a Session. It comes with the little plug here on the USB on the side. It has a little door here that you slide open and you put your SD card into. All these things very similar. Difference being here at the top where we have our modes and start button. You'll notice we don't have a little LED screen like you would have on, let's say, this Session 4, which is what I usually use. So that's the one trade-off you're going to have. But I found starting and stopping this and working it is actually somewhat easier than the time I have starting and stopping the Session. For some reason, it's always harder. The Session does too have a replaceable protective lens there on the top, and you can put indies on that and everything, versus the Runcam doesn't have it. So the Runcam's using a SONY IMX377 12 megapixel image sensor. It can do 4K at 30 frames a second, 2.7K at 50 frames per second, 1080p at 120 and 60, and 1440 at 60 frames. It's a 145 degree field of view. It saves in MP4 format. It can run in NTSC and PAL. It's using, of course, the micro USB for charging and getting your files off. It'll take up to 128 gig card, and it wants a U1 card. That's what I would use. No Wi-Fi support, and it's got a 950 mAh battery in there that you would charge. It is 38 by 38 by 36 millimeters and weighs 56 grams. You'll notice in the book there you can get your settings right off the button here at the top, but there's an easier way to go about setting up your settings, and let me show you how we're going to do that. I found this much easier than monkeying around with the buttons. So what you're going to need is a cell phone, and on your cell phone you're going to want to download the Runcam app. You can get that from the App Store for iOS or for Android. And what you do is you're going to go into the app, and it's got a little thing here that says QR code configure. And when you go into your settings, right, on the first thing here on the video panel, well, tab, you have a general tab as well. Inside the general tab you'll find all the different settings that you can do: date stamps on and off, flip, saturation, exposure, sharpness, metering, white balance. As you can see, just a lot of things that you can set in here, and it's certainly a lot easier to do than a button. So I shut auto shut off to off. I don't want it to just shut off like 2 minutes in or anything silly like that. I'm turning low light image enhancement off. White balance is on auto. Metering I'm leaving on average metering. I'm going to change, now I've run this raw and you'll see the raw footage, but I'm going to change here our levels on some of these items. I'll change the contrast to 3. I'm going to change the sharpness to 3. I'm going to change exposure value to, let's see here, 0.3. And I'm going to look at the saturation here. I think it was saturated good enough on the initial. And then what we do when we're all done here, and on that other tab here, as you can see, you can do the video quality on high, your loop recording, I'm leaving it on high. I don't want it to loop. Power on recording, that means as soon as you touch the button it would start recording, but I'm going to press the button to start the cam and start the filming. It does blink when it's actually filming. I'm going to leave my resolution for us at 4K at 30 frames per second. That's what you're going to see. I'm going to leave that on XV, and we have 40K at 30 frames. As you can see, all the different settings I had mentioned before. Distortion correction is on, and that is going to try to take some of that curvature in your filming out of it. and I'm going to leave the volume on low because I already know it's pretty loud. So once you say apply, it's going to take you to the screen and it's going to tell you exactly how to go through the process of putting these settings onto your cam using a QR code. So it's saying long hold to get the green light, 2 quick clicks to get the blue, and then scan the QR code. So let's go ahead and do that. I've got my QR code here, as you can see, ready to go. I'm going to grab the cam, long press to get it on. Then I'm going to double press here to get us a blue light. And then what we do is we point this right here at your phone at the QR code, and it says some little distance and get a straight shot, and right about there it's going to go beep beep, and then it's going to turn green, and that means it has taken the settings and it's saved them into our cam and we're ready to go. So that's pretty cool to me. I know some other ones now on the split cam types have Bluetooth, which is also cool, but this is, you know, pretty damn cool. Like I said, the only thing that I found different here that I didn't like was not having an LED, just so I could make sure in the field I didn't screw up and change my mode to something I didn't want to film in. So here we go, raw footage. Here's some sound. So that's what the sound's going to be like, pretty wicked. And like I said, you know, it's a little more muffled than a GoPro, in my opinion. It's got a little bit of a muffle about it. I'm not a big sound person, but if you're vlogging, a lot of people like to run the sound. But it's okay. It'll get you through. But as you can see here, here's our quality right out of the box without any adjustments. Now, I filmed this before I just showed you how to set up the configuration and set your settings. So this is raw. This is what you look like raw, and you can go into your edit tools and clean that up if you like. You've probably seen this footage on maybe some other videos during the week, but didn't have much time because of all the rain. So I kind of utilized a lot of parts and did a lot of part reviews in the filming here. So pretty nice, decent, as you can see, no vibration to me at all. I'm old, maybe I'm not seeing it, but it's pretty good, no jello, and pretty dope when you use a good mount for it. That was on the BQE 5AF with the 5AF mount, which is awesome, and it was nice and clean. Now this is on what I like to call the Shake-O-Matic, but these are those settings that I put on that you saw. So if you like what you see, utilize the settings I showed you in the beginning of the video, and that is what we're using here. And this is on the Tyro 129. I will put a little pop-up here at the top right now to the videos on the Tyro 129 long range with a code $115 if the code's still good on my videos. Pretty dope for a 7-inch to get it that cheap. But it's the mount that came with this one is almost like on a shock absorber, I'd call it, which is just asking for this jello. So if you do buy the 129, purchase a different mount that's more firm, or go ahead and print out a different mount that's not quite as sloppy as that one. But as you can see, much better quality with the settings I set, and when we stop applying too much power to it, you'll see it cleans up real nice. But as you saw on the BQE 5AF, that one was clean, no jello when you have a good mount. So I hope this was useful to you guys. I appreciate you coming and watching the videos. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Check for the links to these products in the description and in the comments below. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by and checking out the Quadcopter review. If you want to see more interesting reviews on FPV related stuff, take a look up here in the old right corner right there. You'll find links to all the rest of my reviews. If you want to get in on some of the best giveaways on YouTube, look over here. Don't forget to subscribe right here on my chin. And if you want to check out my flying only videos separated from the review channel, check that out right here. Thanks for coming. Don't forget to subscribe, and happy flying.